Well, we've just been to the Giant Train Fair again, and as you can see, we've gained another 2 houses for the bargain price of £4 each. They don't look too bad, need a little bit of detailing and painting up, but they'll go towards the housing estate. Don't know why the frame rate on this camera is a bit choppy at the minute. So yeah, £8 for the 2 houses. That way you can see £7.50 for a rail freight wagon, which wasn't too bad. Someone else had another variant of this and they wanted £12. The old sort of 3 for a tenner, sort of struggling really. I spotted this is a Lima, probably a Continental trailer. Looks like it might be for carrying steel or lorries trailer. But the bogie frames are the same as the PTAs. So I thought, well, actually, that would be worth having for the donors, because someone's asking £8 for a pair of these bogies, and one's damaged. It's minor damage, but yeah, you got £8 plus shipping. And this is basically 3 for a tenner. So I struggled, couldn't find anything else. So I got another one because I thought, well, the Lima wheels are worth having. And there was a bag of miscellaneous. We got another pack of the fencing. And some bits of lichen and bags of scatter. So I thought that was that lot for a tenner. Some coaches. I wanted some Hornby ones, but the only Hornby ones they had were the oldest triangle style where the bogies are riveted to the floor, which I don't want. I want the ones like these where they just got the little spigot on them. Well, these were £4 because they're basic general condition. But I'm again after these just purely as a donor. I can take this good chassis, which looks to have all its buffers intact, and put that on another one. And I needed a set of Mark II bogies for another one. There's a Mark II-D here, which again was £4. Don't know whether it ended up in the wrong tray, but that all looks okay. And I'm after some intercity ones, so that was a bit of a steal. And another Mark II-D, the old this is an Airfix one, yeah. And again, I've got a damaged chassis, so I can rob this. So that was £12 for those. They're all sort of Rob Peter for Paul spares. And the finale was these. Little guy had this nice little set with some people already on a bench painted up for £1.50. And there's some older style trying people in a little bag there for 50p. And then sorry Stuart, I've got another golf tanker down to £12. Not what they used to be, but he's in exceptionally good condition. You can probably put that on eBay and it'd sell for 20, but yeah, I don't think I've got any golf ones, so that'll join the massive fleet of tankers that I've already got. This has come fairly quickly from an auction win on eBay. Just a little concerned though that they are plastic, I believe plastic wagons. Kit construction originally, I think, or they may have been the manufactured variant. But yeah, let's have a look. Well, as you can see, it's not English rolling stock. I was relieved to see underneath that bubble wrap it was in a cardboard box, which I can't get out one-handed. But having had a quick sneak look, more stack husky well cars, intermodals, call them what you will. I've been after another set just to complete it off, and a bit like buses, an affordable, well, more reasonably priced set came along, and what do you know, I found another one as well with some bits added to it, some loads, so I did end up buying another one, which you'll probably see later in this episode. And the next purchase was some of these Rerailers uncouplers from Hornby. Shock horror, but buying Hornby products, but they're the only ones that make them, I think, for the UK market anyway. My idea of these is, because of the design, they are actually a re-railer, so if you get a wagon, they do work, not always, but they will kick the wheels back onto the track. So I thought it might be a useful addition to a Helix if I need to install one, or the exits and entrances into my storage yard, so if they do derail they don't topple over and then have a domino effect on anything else on the parallel lines. So we've got our rails order come in, which is the 5D TTX Husky stack cars with wagons and 2 payloads, which I guess are these smaller boxes, so let's have a look. Okay, so it did state in the listing that some of the detailing parts had fallen off and were in the box. Very good condition, some detailing unattached in box. It's the usual culprits, which is the tops of the handrails. As you can see, it's a 5-car set, so you have only one wagon at each end with conventional couplings, and the other ones sit on top of the bogies like the last ones. Now the hand wheel brake is missing, and the wheel mounting is missing on that one. That is in the box, and along with a few of these top handrails which have snapped off. I dare say it's probably while it's been stored in the box, but I just took the compartments out and found the 2 brake wheels underneath, so that's good. Not the end of the world, because I would have used those little plastic buttons that I have used on the PGA wagons for brake wheels. I think I have got 1 or 2 that I have got to re-detail on hopper cars and such like. I've got a full box. Each one of those, there's actually 6, so there's another one underneath the tissue paper. They are quite a small basic trailer, obviously B&O. Don't know whether they're actually the right. These would normally go on the flats, wouldn't they? I'm guessing. I have got the wagons that they will sit on, but and then we got 4 little 20-foot containers as well, which is what are these? These are 48-foot wagons. So we've got a good little collection there for one deal. Well, all the way from Welsh Wales, from Lendons at Cardiff, some spares. It's a bit disappointing when you spend nearly 60 quid and it's in a little box like this, isn't it? Let's have a look. You can see no one item was particularly expensive, which is a Pendolino drive unit, complete with pickups, power bogie. It's nearly as cheap to buy this as it is to try and shoehorn the motor inside it. But what I'm going to do is see if I can convert a little loco using this drive unit. And as another alternative idea for another loco, or just to try it, suck it and see sort of thing. Again, this was only $4.99. There's a dual drive unit. Now the motor in itself, obviously I could remove the worms and use them on possibly another variation of motor should it fail, which is basically what all of these are for. They are just, you know, to go in the spares box. For instance, this one does crop up in a number of motors or a number of power units with just a different worm drive. This one's a 7500, but I'm pretty sure this motor finds its way in a multitude of different locomotives with just a different drive on it, and some of them are dual ended. I believe some people will see with these ones. This is the A1 Tornado. The flywheel goes on one end and your worm on the other. But some places have or some locomotives have a similar situation, and the motor's £30. Yet if we look at this motor, which is used in a number of other locos, exactly the same, bar the shaft. So if you're prepared to sacrifice the counterweight on the other end, you can retrofit an alternative that costs £5. This motor I bought as a replacement for a potential failure in the future, really. But I'm pretty sure there is a Chinese motor, a Bushi one, which are about £1.80, and they will fit stuff like the schools class Hornbys. Not that I've got those, but obviously some of these motors are generic. It's just really whether they're single output shaft or dual, and what ratio type of gear wheel they have on them. The other thing I bought was these little NEM fittings, because they're quite prone to snapping, and they were only like £1.49. And the Peter Spares Lima traction tyres, which they just look like a washer that's been knocked out of a press that I could have done myself. I don't quite see how these are traction tyres when they're a flat washer. I'm a bit mystified by those. £5.99 for a pack of washers that were just knocked out of a piece of rubber sheeting by the looks of it. How are they traction tyres? Because they need to fit across their breadth, not on their side. I bought those as opposed to the little 2-pack because there wasn't a lot of point buying two at £1.40 when you could buy 10, but I fail to see how they fit on a rim of a locomotive wheel. Well, anyway, to find out, because every other one I've got is a band, so they could be a potential waste of time, and I probably could have got my punches out and made them myself. One of the interior caps for my Lima Class 43s, I'm under no illusion that these probably won't fit, but just in case, I decided to buy them because they're cheap enough to hack about. £3.98 I think they were, which is about 4 times cheaper than they are on eBay or a certain other well-known spares supplier in the north of England. As you can see, the cab detail's quite good, and it also includes the little light board. I'm not quite sure how that integrates on the newer Class 43, even though I have one. You've got a red and obviously a clear, white and red, and a little socket there with a common. So the idea is if I can persuade those to go in, or not, as the case may be. I'm sure someone in the future will pay good money for them if not. And we will try and make them fit in the old Lima ones. I might have to compare notes with the newer model I've got, but well, it's got 2 chances, isn't it?